We're here in the second inning at the first round of the playoffs for the Middleborough Sachems. They're playing Case High School. What?
And Newcomb with the strike.
Surprising strike. I'm Josh Pooler. I'm here with Alex Alioth, filling in for Zach Starr.
Hello, everybody. It is great to be here.
And a swing and a miss.
And there's two on the batter.
We have Sean Newcomb pitching, number 15. Nice. And a swing and a miss for strike 3.
Newcomb is really working his stuff. He's hitting his spots, and he has great location and velocity on his fastball today. Really looking nice. Yeah.
Case, also known as Swansea, beat Hanover yesterday 10-9 to play the Middleborough Sachems, who had a first-round bye.
Newcomb gets ahead of the next batter. 0-2.
Yeah. Swing and a miss on a high fastball.
I'm going to say...
Fouled off, a little late on the fastball.
No.
What's the count? Josh. 1-2. Josh. Newcomb is 1-2 on the batter. Alright. Ball high and outside.
Yes.
Another foul ball over the first base bench.
Newcomb trying to put this kid away for his 5th consecutive strikeout. And gets him with the curveball. Boom goes the dynamite.
Defensive lineup for the Sachems today: Sean Newcomb pitching, Travis Levesque doing the catching, Nick Radcliffe at first, Zach Mccauley at second, Luke Sulak at short, Brian Butler at third, Brian Wixton in left, Chris Benson in center, and Kevin Husher will be playing right field. What's up with his socks?
Those are the field hockey socks. Yeah, I think it is.
Kevin Husher sporting some old school socks in right field.
Yeah, Sean was wearing them. We probably convinced Husher to
Strike right on the knees for Sean Newcomb. Say whatever you want. Hey, we can do it like just like the Red Sox do. Like we can just talk back and forth.
Right. And Newcomb is going to be attending Hartford College this coming fall. To play
We got a
baseball.
ball in the outside corner.
The Hartford Hawks, and Newcomb is soaring today like one of them. 5 for 5 with strikeouts, looking to record his 6th. And gives off his first walk of the day.
Newcomb's been doing very well this year with 42.66 innings pitched and a .66 ERA with 6 wins and no losses.
Solid. Newcomb with the snap throw to first. Safe as a runner.
Fouled off over the first base bench.
Newcomb working from the stretch here.
Alright.
Another snap throw to first. And they call him for a balk.
Call him for a balk.
I know, I was kidding.
Just kidding.
No, it wasn't a and a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Hey, we have a 1-2 count on the batter.
High 80s.
High 80s?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Apparently Newcomb throws in the high 80s. Way to go.
And
we
he
got
punches him
strike
out, and boom goes the dynamite. Newcomb strikes out the side, and we're heading into the bottom of the second. Not bad for Sean Newcomb today. Regular stuff for this kid. He really is a gem.
How's it going? We don't even get chairs.
And Zach Starr is here, taking his place away from Alex Alioth, who kindly filled in. Did a very nice job. Thank you, Alex. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Newcomb has 6 Ks. Benny's doing the book for us.
Okay, Newcomb has 6 Ks.
Yeah.
He struck out both sides.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, but
Yeah, 6 Ks, 1 walk. Yeah, 6 Ks, 1 walk.
What?
6 Ks, 1 walk.
6 Ks, 1 walk for Newcomb on the day. Doing a pretty good job. Could do better. I mean, 2 walks. Excuse me. Thanks, Benny. Ben Brayton, our handy book manager today. We got stats. I already did the line. They're playing case. That's the order and rotate. I don't think we need to serve. Yet again. Yeah, Alex said. No, we did not. Dyer showed up and. Yeah, he couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, don't be as bad as that was good. Make sure, hey, put them in my folders now. In the folder.
No, this was saying. We have Chris Benson laying down a bunt right back to the pitcher and got him at first. Mccauley. That's not the lineup. The lineup's over there. Zach Mccauley back up to bat. What did he do? Mccauley had a single up the first base line. First time at bat, came around to score. Got a strike on the inside corner. He pulls back the bunt attempt for strike 2. Excuse you, sir. Thank you, kind.
Just thought I went to
It's a long foul ball down the right field line.
Okay. So what do you want me to actually say? I'm kind of lost.
I just want to get somebody to hit home run so I can see it.
0-2 on Zach. Say whatever the heck you want. Me and Alex were talking about whatever. Chime in, feel free. We can have debates.
There's not much for me to say. Just shorten up the swing.
I know.
Don't feel.
Ball in the dirt off the catcher's shin pads. Sachems are up 2-0. We're here in the bottom of the second. I know. We only. Oh, excuse me. It is 3-0. Good call. Line drive out to center. Caught by number 22 from Case High School, also known as
Number
Swansea.
22.
Yeah, that's what it said on the thing. And we got 2 down here in the bottom of the second. We have Luke Sulak, the shortstop, hitting. Sorry, I already went around and looked at the defensive line. So we started in the second. Good eye and the ball in the dirt. 1-0 to Sulak. Another low ball for ball 2. Luke Sulak having a very good season with a exceptional batting average throughout the year. And ball 4 to Luke. Down to first he goes. Nick Radcliffe coming up to bat, playing first for the Sachems today.
He wants his airtime.
Ground ball through the hole past second base. Sulak around to third. He makes it in safely. And the crowd roars.
We have to just put in sound effects. And boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes dynamite.
Yeah, like you said, if we want, we could just switch off play by play. If not, we could just chime in, talk about whatever. Sean Newcomb hitting. Pitching today for the Sachems.
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe's on first.
Oh, he's right.
First and third for the Sachems. 1 out. 2 outs. 2 down. And strike on the outside corner.
Just see the outside corner. I can't cover from here. Make it sound good, yeah. It's like
And he slaps it foul over the third base bench. And it's 0-2 on Newcomb. Makes it sound good, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Alright. Snap throw to first.
I don't want to sound like I'm lecturing people like being a coach. Dude, I mean, he's allowed to say things like short notice. I'm not qualified.
Keeping Radcliffe close at first. And the 0-2 pitch to Newcomb. Ball just off the outside corner. It's a good eye by Newcomb. Radcliffe taking off for second, but Newcomb fouls it back off the catcher's face. Off his mask. And another 1-2 pitch to Newcomb. Radcliffe taking off second. No throw, safe at second. We now have second and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the second for the Sachems. Strike 3. Newcomb doesn't look too happy about it, but that's the end of the inning. On to the third. Sachems jump out to a quick 3-0 lead. Not a bad start.
feel like it's awkward in between innings.
Yeah, see, this is when we should have a conversation.
Yeah, right. See, I wasn't ready to play games. You didn't go as planned. Oh, he's girl stabbed me in the mouth. It's unfortunate. Don't get lived with me. What hitter is this? Number 8?
Yeah, this left them.
That one's watch low.
The number 9 hitter leading it off for Case High School. Fouled it back. It's 0-1.
Lay down in the spot so nobody takes it. And he'll play.
Line shot, second baseman, hauled in by Zach Mccauley. 1 down. Do you want play-by-play?
Me.
Okay. What's that?
Well, it's safe to play in a parking lot, right?
In front of the vehicle
throw.
because I honestly can't see. You just lift up your foot one more time. Sorry.
First pitch curveball. Start the at-bat. 0-1.
Here we go.
Let's get this party started. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. It's 0-2 on the leadoff hitter. Number 3 from Case High School, whose name I do not know. Just missing off the outside corner. Newcomb locks him up with the 1-2 curveball, fouls it off. And blows him away with the 1-2 fastball for his 7th K of the day so far. Newcomb is on a tear.
It's been pretty much domination out there. It's
Yeah.
unhittable.
I agree. Newcomb's definitely got the stuff working for him today. Let's see if he can keep it going. Got the number 2 hitter. Walked his first at bat. First pitch curveball in the dirt. And a gapper out to left center. Going to third. Throw to third. And the Sachem gunned him down to end the inning.
Beautiful play.
Very beautiful. Nice throw by the center fielder, Chris Benson. Finished off by the shortstop, Luke Sulak. Caught and tagged by Brian Butler. Hosed at third. For what? You missed it.
I don't know.
the ball on here at all.
No, I know.
And I tried looking up there and I'm like,
We all know here at Sachem TV we have students learning on the job.
So you may or may not see the play that is happening, but
Mhm.
that's why we're here. We're here to describe what's happening on the
Mm.
field for you.
Feel free to close your eyes and see if you can figure out what's going on just by our commentary.
I think it's been pretty good so far. I believe they should be able to.
It's quite all right. I have to say our camera guy isn't much of a baseball guy,
Who the
so
next
can't
couple
blame him.
people coming up?
We got Chris Kingsley, Travis Levesque, and Brian.
All I can say is throughout the game, all I can get is better.
He reached on an arrow.
Who do we have?
Chris
Kingsley.
Travis Brian.
Coming up for the Sachems, we have Kingsley, Levesque, and Brian Wixton. Start off the inning.
He's doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people.
I know, I'm wicked mad we didn't get a second camera for highlights, because then we can't go to, like, replay. That would have been nice.
Honestly, half the stuff we're saying right now won't even be in there.
Yeah.
It's gonna cut all of
Yeah,
the
that's
stuff
like half the stuff like this. It's gonna be cut out. We're not gonna watch that warm up. Except for our amazing commentary. How can you not want to listen the whole time?
E5 on
Good call.
E5 on a bunt. Ew. Oh, poor thing.
Like in between innings. All right. So yeah, if it starts to die, just tell us. Yeah. Today's game is brought to you by Sachem TV, television production class here at Middleborough. Oh, thank you. Recently added a new website for Sachem TV. Check it out.
That website is middleboroughTV.com.
I believe so.
Middleborough spelled O-U-G-H. Up first for the Sachems is Chris Kingsley. He reached base in the first inning on an error.
Chris Kingsley is playing as our DH today, hitting for right fielder Kevin Husher. Fouls it off. It is now 0-2 on Chris. Chris having a fairly well season, hitting .403. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throws him out at first. 1 down. Coming up to bat is Travis Levesque doing the catching today.
That's not bad. Travis Levesque this season had a batting average of .375 with an on-base percentage of .500.
Strike 1, Travis. Ball off the outside corner. It's 1-1 to Levesque.
Oh, and that is a
And
high fly ball.
Reined in by the center fielder. 2 down for the Sachems. No, that's right. No, I was gonna say that, and then you said it, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta stop."
Well, I waited for you, but you kind of had a pause while you're watching, so I
Yeah.
said it, and then I heard you begin to say it.
I know, that's the only problem. Like, you stop and watch, and you don't say anything.
That's all
Here we
good.
go.
I mean, hey, next year, I'd love to do
I know, we should do this like every game.
even basketball. I'll do basketball. I
Yeah.
won't do football.
Brian Wixton at the plate now. Pulls back the bunt for ball 1. How did Wick do? What was it?
You want to play
It's
me?
now 2-0 for Brian Wixton. No, it's not.
That's what matters.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Takes it off the chest. Still got time. And Brian beats it out. Good hustle by Brian Wixton. And that'll go as an error against the second baseman. The wind, yeah. Yeah, you're right. What do we got? Brian Butler coming up to bat. Brian had a single his first time at bat. 0-1 to Brian.
I can't imagine pitching base in over half your bats. That's nice.
And it's a ball in the dirt to Brian. It's 1-1.
No, he doesn't.
Ah.
But right, yeah, so.
And the 1-1 pitch to Butler.
Hopefully hold it.
Brian takes off for second. And he's in there. He beats the throw. Stolen base for Brian Wixton. Very. And the pitch. Fouled off by Brian over the first base bench. It is now 1-2 to Brian Butler. Man on second. And 2 down for the Sachems. Pitcher steps off. Gotta keep him close at second. Stole one, he could steal another. And the pitch. Brian takes off for third. Line drive at the shortstop. 3 down. And we're headed to the top of the fourth. It's 3-0 Sachems.
Who's wearing
Kevin, we already mentioned that. Gotta go old school sometimes, you know?
I mean, I guess you gotta go old school.
And we're now looking at Kevin Husher, the right fielder, sophomore. He's trying out some retro socks, I suppose. Nothing wrong with the throwbacks here and there. He's feeling upset. Say what you want.
No, there's nothing wrong with the throwbacks. A lot of players nowadays wear the baggy pants down as if they were jeans.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see many that wear those old style socks.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of history here at Middleborough. Might as well bring it off in the playoffs.
May I mention they go beautifully with the white pants.
They really do. I agree. Really makes the socks pop.
And the white cleats.
Mm-hmm. This kid's got style. Sometimes.
Sometimes it's not just about winning. It's about winning in style.
Yeah.
Struck out. Looking.
What number?
Swing.
What number hitter is he?
12.
Number 3. Number 3 hitter. At the plate for Case High School. Struck out swinging last time. Just misses high. It's a 1-1 count. Number 12 from Case High School. Very high fly ball. Foul territory. And it's a foul ball. Out of play. Out of reach of any Sachems. It's now 1-2 for Newcomb. Let's see if he can put him away.
Newcomb's looked really dominant today. There's no need to dance around any batter. He just needs to go straight at him.
Mm-hmm. I agree. He's definitely got the stuff. He can take him down.
And being a lefty, he has that natural movement on his fastball.
Very true. It's a ball in the dirt. 2-2. Possibly a waste pitch, trying to get him to chase. Let's see what he goes with here.
I honestly don't think he should waste pitches. I mean, with the dominance that he's been showing, wasting pitches just seems like nonsense. It seems like unneeded damage to the arm, unneeded fatigue.
Yeah, because, you know, if they go deep in the playoffs, they're going to need him as much as possible. High chopper fouled on the third base line. It's definitely their ace, so they want to save his arm and have him pitch as much as possible in the playoffs. And full count to the batter. Yeah, that's wicked light. I'm just going to put that in my pocket. Fouls it straight up. Travis gives chase off his glove. probably out of play anyways, so wouldn't have mattered. It's really got to be intimidating for the batters up there. Newcomb's what? 6'4", 6'5". Hard throwing lefty. Line drive past the shortstop. Into left field, base hit.
I mean, now you look at those wasted pitches, you go, why are you going to pitch around a batter? Not only did the batter foul off 2 more pitches, he also got to a full count and still managed to reach base.
Ahead in the count, might as well try to put him away. Full count, you got to get it over the plate. Golden opportunity for the batter. Ball in the dirt. No advance for the runner. Some man on first with no outs here. One 0 pitch. High fastball. Seems to be just blowing this kid away. Let's see
And
if he
that's what
sticks
he
with
needed
it.
to do with the last batter. Get the fastball in there, make someone try to hit it.
Yeah. As you can see, they've all been late on it so far, so might as well stick with what's working.
And there's no shame in letting someone get a hit off your best pitch. You need to make them earn that hit.
Yeah.
And until Case can prove that they can earn that hit, he should continue to go after him.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. Back to the base. Good idea, just keeping him close, catching him off guard. 2-2 count on the batter. Fouled straight back. Remains 2-2. See if he can put him away. Newcomb with 7 Ks on the day. He says he goes. Batter went. Strikeout number 8. Fooled him on the curveball, couldn't hold it up. And 1 down here for the Sachems. Strike 1 on a swing and a miss. Number 5 hitter for Case. Struck out swinging last time at the plate. Snap throw to first. Is alright, keeping him close. Strike on the outside corner. Alex. For every strikeout, come safely goes to down. Yeah. No, you. And strike 3 swinging.
And boom goes the dynamite.
That was Alex Alioth. He'll be our strikeout man for the day. That was Newcomb's 9th strikeout of the day. Ball low for Newcomb. Man on first, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Strike at the knees. It's 1-1. This is the number 6 hitter for Case High School. Struck out looking last time at the plate. Curveball misses inside. High fastball misses, 3-1. See if he can battle back. Ball 4.
Little confusion
Yeah.
between the batter.
Looked pretty low to me. I don't know what he was looking at. We now have runners at first and second for Case High School. 2 down.
Newcomb needs to make sure he doesn't put himself in a hole again like that.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss. Yep. The number 7 hitter for Case High School got a base on balls last time at the plate. Pitch high and outside. It's now 1-1. Swansea. Ball in the dirt. Runners hold up. Nothing doing. The 2-1 pitch. Shows bunt but pulls back. Strike 2. Two strikes on the batter. Let's see if he can put this one away. And strike 3. He's now in double digits.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Newcomb has double-digit Ks on the day. We're in the 4th inning, and he has 10. I can certainly see why he's had multiple no-hitters in his high school career so far. Seems to have the stuff. I don't know what the stuff is, but he's got it.
But you can see and notice that even though he does have the stuff, he sometimes seems to maybe lack a little bit of confidence in his pitches. And when he seems to get down and out with a batter, rather than going right at them, he seems to continue to dance around regardless.
At a level like this, you got fielders behind you. Can't nibble at the corners, just try to get it over the plate. There's a few, but not every batter is going to take advantage of your mistakes.
3 walks. 3. I mean, even with 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, he's still given 3 men free passes.
Especially at the high school level, walks and errors, those are the things that kill you in these games. Got to keep them down as much as possible. We got 9-1-2 hitting for the Sachems. Chris Benson, Zach Mccauley, Luke Sulak to start the inning. Bottom of the 4th.
We can make this work next year.
Yeah, we should do this for like every baseball. Well, I might be on that field.
Yeah. Damn it. I'm not going to be, so.
We could always do like softball games.
I'd love softball. I'd cut up and take a softball game.
That'd be amazing.
That's all.
Shut up, then. Softball's a sport.
Ugly?
And Chris Benson leading off the inning for the Sachems.
I did the softball highlight this year.
The ball bounces to the plate for ball 1.
They've been better than baseball. Even without either one, they still dominated this year.
Ball high for 2-0. The baseball's counterpart, the softball team, has also done very well in recent years. They are also in the tournament this year. They're the 3rd seed this year. They are potentially starting Sunday or Monday, depending on who they play. I believe they're just waiting to see who. Strike 2. 2-2 on Benson. Grounded out to the pitcher last time at the plate. Foul ball down the first base line. Stays 2-2. I don't think we really needed that. Another foul ball off the first base line, hanging tough, Chris Benson.
It's gonna go into the bench. Yep.
And the pitch. Good eye by Chris. Misses off the outside part of the plate. And it's a full count. Let's see what he can do here. Strike 3 on Benson.
Benson seemed to think that was very inside.
Does not seem to agree with that call at all. Benson, a senior, been playing outfield for the Sachems for the past few years. Now batting, another senior, Zach Mccauley, playing second base for the varsity team for the past 3 years, I believe. Fouls it back to the backstop, trying to bunt it and get his way on. For a small player, Mccauley can definitely play. He's got a big heart, that kid. Fools him on the curveball. Stumbling towards first is Zach Mccauley. And it's 0-2. Wouldn't be surprised if the pitcher goes back to that pitch. And fastball. High and outside. Mccauley fouls it off, staying tough. There's action in the bullpen for Case High School. High and outside curveball. May have slipped out of the hand. And it is now 1-2. One down here for the Sachems. Fouled back over the backstop. Must be at what? 6, 7 pitches so far? Possibly? 5? I don't know. Lengthy at bat. Hanging tough. Whatever. Ground ball to shortstop. And a quick throw to first. Got him. 2 down. And we now have Luke Sulak at bat for the Sachems, playing short. He's reached twice, first on an error on the pitcher, and a walk in the second inning. He's come around to score 1 of the 2 times. Ball in the dirt. Foul ball over the first base bench. It's now 1-1. Luke Sulak was hesitant on playing in today's game. He had an injury earlier in the season against Scituate. He was unsure if he was going to be able to play today, but he toughed it out. Here he is. He hurt his hip. Seems to have been okayed. And here he is.
Yeah, the injury doesn't really seem to be bothering him.
Either that or he's just a good actor. Fouled it off again. It's now 1-2 for Luke. Luke, originally playing third, switched over to shortstop halfway through the year. He seems to have done well with the adjustment. And a ball to Luke. Luke, definitely a top of the lineup guy, batting .481 this season. And foul ball.
The
Hanging
big
tough.
thing about his batting is not only is he batting .481, but he also has an on-base percentage of .600.
That is a lot. Very high.
I mean, something that a team really wants is a man that can reach base 3 out of every 5 times he steps up to that bag, especially in tournament play.
This is a quality batter to have in the lineup. Possibly contagious, could start other people up. Ground ball. Ooh, diving play by the second baseman. Sorry. Gets up, throws him out at first. It's the end of the inning.
You can't complain about that. That was a ball hit perfectly to the gap, and somehow the Case second baseman managed to maneuver his way over there and make a beautiful diving stop, pop up, and still get him out.
Sometimes that is the hardest. After you dive and knock it down, it's the hardest to get up and make a good throw. Good composure to get him at first.
That's why I wish we could see the camera so we could see that again. That was a nice play.
Since we're in warm-up time, I thought I'd like to mention how beautiful the field looks for today's game.
Freshly cut grass. Nice stone wall out in left field. Some would argue it looks like a mini Venway Park. They could
Some
fix
may
that.
argue that. Do they win the argument? Most of the time they do not, but some may argue that. Some just may.
Do have to say it's a unique field, though. Not a lot of schools have a stone wall. Somewhat higher stone wall.
And the stone wall really brings another element into the game.
It
The
does.
fly ball off this wall, it could hit any stone and go in any which way. Something that outfielders that aren't used to Middleborough, and even the Middleborough's own outfielders, it makes it very, very difficult.
Could be deceiving to the hitters as well. Looks close, but maybe not so much. The number 8 hitter at the plate for Case struck out looking last time at bat. Strike along the knees. I believe that's the second pitch, isn't it? Swing and a miss. And the pitch. High and outside for another ball. Another ball high and outside. See if he can battle back and finish off the hitter. Travis sure thought that was a strike, but the umpire disagrees, and down to first he goes. It's getting all ready to throw it down.
See Sean Newcomb, he's not taking a walk around the mound. He needs to settle himself down. Understand 10 strikeouts as well, but 4 free passes
Yeah.
can come back to bite you.
It surely can. Case High School now putting in a pinch runner. Yeah. It's the top of the 5th here, runner on first. Potentially a very speedy runner, for they put a pinch runner in, possibly trying to get back in the game. Move him over, number 9 hitter. Flew out to left field last, fly ball to right. Hauled in by Kevin Husher. And there's one down here for the Sachems.
That's a nice play out there in right field by Kevin Husher.
Those can be very hard to judge, low line drives, you're not sure where they are.
Especially with the wind blowing in steadily from left field.
Mm-hmm.
For a right field, that ball can definitely tail off for him.
Yeah. Righty batter usually tailing away from you as well. Ball in the dirt. Knockdown by Travis. No advance for the runner. Leadoff hitter.
Even though Case put in a pinch runner, it doesn't seem to be taking a very big lead, only a 2 to 3 step lead.
That is odd. Possibly an injury we're unaware of. Leadoff hitter here for Case has struck out twice on the day. And fouled off. Seems to be the theme of the day here for Case High School. Very late on that fastball.
You never know. Case may have put him in to play mind games with an already not rattled Newcomb, but someone who seems to be missing the strike zone a bit more than he was in the beginning of the game.
Possibly take a big lead, make him think about the runner. And struggle at the plate, throwing to the plate. Checks and fires. His third strikeout on the day for number 3, Case High School. That is Newcomb's 11th K on the day.
There's no doubt about his dominance. But when you look at it, with Case only has, what, 2 hits?
I don't even know if they have any.
Case only has 2.
2, yeah.
I mean, with only 2 hits, he's been dominant when he really throws that ball in there at the Case hitters. It's the free passes he really needs to worry about. Quite frankly, they don't seem to be able to hit his stuff.
The only way they're going to be able to score here is walks, moving him over. Ground ball through the hole past the diving first baseman of Nick Radcliffe. Going to third. Misses the cut. No advance to second. First and third for Case.
You can now see why they put in that pinch runner. That was excellent base running. Took a nice wide turn. Rounding second. Managed to get in there safely.
Now that throw, do you think that's something to be concerned about in the future? Missing the cutoff like that?
That is something. You could also see down at first base, the Case player was ready to take off. He rounded the base well. That ball dribbled into the infield any slower. Could have given him a free bag.
Got to get that throw in right in. Come up firing. Know what you're doing with it. Mr. Lawrence, the head coach of the Sachems, now taking a mound visit, trying to possibly calm Sean down.
But see, this is the thing with the free pass. You look, that's a single. That's Case's 3rd hit of the game. But because of the free passes that he's given out, Case now has a player on third. It's just the walks are what are really going to hurt you. You oughta.
Player 90 feet away from scoring. 2 down for the Sachems, first and third for Case. Nice first pitch curveball to get a strike. Get ahead in the count.
There's no out.
There's 2.
2?
Who was this? The number 3 hitter? He struck out. Ball off the outside corner. Number 3 hitter for Case. He struck out swinging his first at bat and got a single in his second. Now here in the 5th, it is 1-1. High chopper to third. Foul ball. Hit him in the box, says the umpire. Shaking his foot, you can tell it definitely got him.
Way too far for it to hit off him.
Slow dribbler down the third base line. Got him at first. Newcomb picks it up down to one knee and fires at first. Good scoop by Radcliffe. Ends the inning for the Sachems. Very upset base runner over on the Case bench.
It does not look like the Case coach was very happy with that decision as he walks out to the foul line.
Seems to be yelling at the umpires right now.
You never know. The umpire may have gotten the call wrong. A lot of dust seemed to come up off that scoop. Regardless, it's the call that the umpire made. Arguing really doesn't seem to do anything.
First place umpire doing the right thing. Walking away, letting the coach calm down. Not going to listen to his sass.
The coach is fuming on the sidelines right now. He is storming around. That's not a normal walk. That's a march.
He is very upset with that call.
His players may want to just sit on the bench, not really talk to him. Not only are they losing the game, he just does not seem happy at all. Oh, God, I'm dying.
Who's hitting? Radcliffe. We have 3, 4, 5 for the Sachems. Radcliffe, Newcomb, and Kingsley. Radcliffe with 1K and a base hit. Newcomb with a hit coming around to score and a looking K. And Kingsley reaching on an error and grounding out too short.
We should definitely do this for the next game.
Yeah.
I definitely won't have anything to do, so
Yeah.
take this 100% serious.
We're here in the bottom of the 5th. Sachem still up 3-0 over Case High School, also known as Swansea.
No, there was action in the pen last inning. It seems that number 10 is back out on the mound.
Possibly getting loose. Coming in later. Never know. And Radcliffe here, leading off the inning, playing first for the Sachems. Struck out on his first at bat, got a single in the second. So 1 for 2. Ball. Blown in the dirt. Seems as if Radcliffe was giving the pitcher quite a glare as he stepped out of the box. I don't know, maybe.
Looked like the pitch went behind him. Batter's always curious of a pitcher's intentions, especially when a fastball goes behind him. You always
Curveball.
hope and pray that it's just the pitcher's release is a bit off.
Another strike on the outside corner. It's now 1-2. We have a very large lefty against a somewhat smaller lefty on the pitching matchup today. Ground ball through the hole by the second baseman. It's a base hit for Radcliffe.
Outfielders need to be ready to charge any ball on the ground that heads out to the outfield. This grass truly kills all momentum that the ball has.
I guess looks can be deceiving. It looks like it was recently cut, but obviously not very short. And we have Sean Newcomb, the pitcher, up at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a K and a run scored. Strike off the outside corner.
That's good pitch placement by the Case pitcher. Down
Fake
and out.
lefty, yeah, left. Low and outside. It's definitely a good place to go. Radcliffe's takeoff for second. Throw down. Somewhat of a hook slide, but shortstop drops the ball. Doesn't matter. Safe at second. Safe and secure. New York life.
For a big kid, he really got a beautiful jump and a nice slide into second.
He's definitely quite the athlete. Also plays hockey. Kind of a lunging swing. Newcomb's on first, and Radcliffe is stuck in the middle. Got a pickle going here for Radcliffe. Dives down to the dirt, and they tag his back. He's out. A little ambitious on that jump, you think? Trying to take off towards third.
He did. He got himself caught on that one. I understand that. That's a nice play by the pitcher to get down low real quick to stop that ball that was hit hard back up the middle. But you have to be aware, any ball that is hit on the ground in the infield.
Yeah. Newcomb now on first. Kingsley hitting. Throw over to first. Keeping him close.
fielder's choice?
Yeah, fielder's
I think
choice,
so.
165.
Okay.
Kingsley, our DH today, is 0 for 2. Oh, with an error. Is that straight? I don't know. Strike on Kingsley. Foul ball into the woods. Down the first base line.
Middleborough does have the lead, but with Newcomb's display of pitching last inning, you gotta hope that they can get at least one more run. Give them a bit more of a cushion.
Nothing wrong with adding on insurance runs, that's for sure. Got one down, man on first. 0-2 on the batter. Throw over to first. Keeping him close, nothing doing. The 0-2 pitch. Slap the other way for another foul ball down the first base line. And it's still 0-2.
By the way, wasn't sure if you'd noticed this that I'm doing it.
Ground ball to the third baseman. High throw over the first baseman's head. Out of play, and runners will advance one base.
That's big with only one out. You hope that anything hit anywhere near an outfielder, that'll score at least one run.
I agree.
Who's up? Levesque.
Newcomb getting to second too quick, decides to go first. Ball sails on him. Runners advance.
Base on ball. And then fly out. Looks like a pinch runner is going into second for Kingsley.
Alex
Number 8.
Bean, sophomore. Sorry. My bad. Number 18, as Zach was starting to say, and I rudely cut him off.
Oh, that's all good. We're new to this. This is the first time. Only get better. It's like a fine wine. Better with age.
Swing and a miss by Travis Levesque. And a strike on the outside corner. Kingsley not being the quickest kid on the team, probably a smart move by Lawrence, putting in a pinch runner, trying to get that run in. And an 0-2 swing and a miss for Travis Levesque. And we have 2 down.
He really wanted that pitch. You could tell by the swing. He wasn't just going for contact. He wanted to take that fastball out.
Yep. And we have Brian Wixton hitting, the left fielder. He is 1 for 2 with a stolen base as he fouls that off. What?
That didn't sound good. We heard it from over here.
And the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, knocked down. A good throw this time to first to get him to end the inning. On to the 6th. 2 more to play. 3-0 Sachems. The Sachems taking the field.
I'm trying not to be offensive. That's my problem. I don't want to make it.
Yeah. Go for it, who cares? Go for it. Like, say whatever you want.
The other team's not going to see it. Seriously,
See, the thing, you saw me watching. You watch softball highlights. There's a thing for literally, I have something to say about everything.
Then literally just say something. It'll make it funnier and more interesting. And make it more realistic. Starting to build quite the crowd over here. first round of the tournament game.
This is a very, very nice crowd. You can see a lot of people who consider MHS their alma mater, who've gone on to college, home on their summer break, showing up to support their old team.
Baseball is definitely one of the stronger sports here at MHS. Consistently making the tournament, consistently doing well. As well as softball, who also made the tournament this year. We've only lost a handful of games in the last few years. They've been doing very well, having a very strong program. The number 4 hitter here leading it off for Case High School has gone down swinging twice. Strike on the outside corner.
That's what he needs to do. Newcomb just needs to go after him. No need to put himself in a hole.
No one's proven that they're going to make him pay for it, so might as well just get it in there.
Because quite frankly, it only seems that Case players are making it on base through Newcomb's mistakes. Understandable. Case has 3 hits in this game. But they need to prove that if they're going to beat MHS, they need to be able to hit off Sean Newcomb, who has been quite superb this year with an ERA of .66.
Also having that ERA of .66 over almost 43 innings pitched this year. A very impressive outing.
You look at it. 43 innings pitched and only giving up 19 hits. Wouldn't you think you'd want to make your opponent hit the ball?
Mm-hmm.
You've proven that it's very, very difficult to hit your stuff.
Newcomb making the All-Star game this year, being one of the elite players in the Patriot League, along with a few other seniors. And strikeout number 12 for Sean Newcomb.
And boom goes the dynamite. Once again, that was a fastball right in there. And it still looks like the Case hitters still don't realize how much speed is on that ball.
Another swing and a miss on a fastball.
Oh.
Ball sails over the pitcher. Good backup by the second baseman. Don't see that too often in high school sports.
No, that's fine. It honestly seems with Case hitters only having 3 hits and really barely making contact, might as well give your infield players a work. Make sure they're looking alive.
Yeah, keeping them on our toes. Can't have them falling asleep out there.
That really was a absolutely sailing throwback to the pitcher. Sean Newcomb, 6'4".
Who is this? Number 5? Number 6? I don't know. Foul tip caught by Travis Levesque. And a 2-2 count.
Especially with the 2-2 count, you go right after someone.
And another swing and a miss. 13 Ks on the day. Just blowing these kids away with the fastball. He's definitely got to stick with it.
And he's shown throughout the year that he can be a strikeout pitcher with 76 Ks on the year.
When you're blowing them away like this, you can't slow it down and let them catch up to it. You got to keep going with the stuff that's working. Fool them with the curveball. Start the bat off. It's 0-1.
Does he have a changeup? I wish I knew his repertoire.
Is that Kingsley? There's action in the bullpen for the Sachems. Chris Kingsley warming up. Misses inside.
I honestly question the warming up of Chris Kingsley. I mean, you have such a dominant pitcher. What is one inning going to do to his arm?
Yeah.
Especially when you look at Chris Kingsley's stats. He's been a consistent pitcher for the MHS staff.
And a swing and a miss to
He
strike
has
out the
an
side.
ERA of 3.64. Giving up 13 runs in only 25 innings pitched. With only a 3-run lead, do you risk having that lead cut down?
Yeah. Can't take any chances in playoff play. Gotta keep him down. Don't let him back up.
Especially as a number 1 seed. You have that target on your back.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's coming out to get you. And we're headed into the bottom of the 6th inning here. Still 3-0 Sachems. Let's go by wicked fast. Case finishing their annual meeting at the mound before each inning. Giving the pitcher a pep talk, possibly. Having a little team bonding going on. And Brian Butler here to lead off the inning. He's 1 for 2 today. Got the 8-9-1 hitting for the Sachems.
You hope even though they're at the bottom of the lineup, they'd somehow create some sort of spark.
It's definitely one of the most in-depth teams here. Got strong kids all the way through. There's no weaknesses in this lineup.
No, I mean, really, this whole team really does hit the ball well, with their season average being at 356. I mean, how many teams can say their whole team bats a combined 356, an on-base percentage of 453?
It's definitely something to look out for. This team knows what they're doing at the plate. Getting on base, putting the ball on the field.
I mean, it's really the great winning combination to have a team that can hit 356 and have a pitcher that can have an ERA of .66. I mean, to lose is almost unfathomable. There we go.
A line drive out to center. Dies quickly in the grass, hauled in by the center fielder. Base hit for Brian.
That's a good start. That's what you need. Now you have the 9-1-2 batters coming up. As long as the 9 batter doesn't hit into a double play,
Yes.
you got to hope that they can put something together. It's always good when a leadoff.
And we got another pinch runner coming in. Appears to be Greg Barber.
No, that's a good decision.
Brian Butler, not one of the quickest kids on the Sachems.
Speed is not exactly his forte. But it really doesn't matter when you can hit the ball out to the outfield like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a good solid piece of contact. And we got Chris Benson hitting now. Center fielder is 0 for 2 so far. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Is there? You can do a team ERA. And the pitch. Chris bunting down the back to the pitcher. Nice sacrifice, moves Greg to second.
That is a nice sacrifice. That's exactly what you wanted.
It's good team play, especially with the top of the lineup coming up behind him. It's a good move by the Sachems. Let's see if they can make it worthwhile. Get that run in.
It is really vital to have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out.
Mm-hmm. Got Zach Mccauley hitting here for the Sachems. See if he can bring him around. At least move him out to the third. And he takes the ball off the elbow. Down to first he goes. That's how you take one for the team. Seems to be quite alright. First and second for the Sachems. And we have Luke Sulak hitting.
You'd hope that Luke Sulak can put this ball into play. He has a top average on the team.
Ball at second. Out at
And
second.
that's what you worry
Out at
about
first.
sometimes.
Nice play to end the inning. Into the seventh we go. Sachem staying with Newcomb here pitching. I think that's a good move with 3 runs. Shut him down, finish the game off here.
Yeah. I've been recording this whole time. I thought the green was recording. That'd be fun. That'd be funny. It was like a pause this whole time. Like an hour and a half. It's still on. Oh, no,
I would literally punch you.
it's 44 minutes of batting. Hey, this is the last inning, right?
Yeah.
If they win this, we can go on. Then case has to go again, right?
No.
No,
This is cases last at bat.
Oh, yeah, you are.
they need 3 ties.
You gotta hope that Newcomb can hold him here.
If he can stay away from walks and have a solid field behind him, it should be.
That's the
They
thing.
should be
Just
fine.
honestly go right after the case batters right now.
You got 3 to work with. They haven't proven that they can handle this stuff. Just mow them down.
And until they prove that they can handle the stuff, you keep going after them.
Absolutely.
Make them have to string 2, 3, 4 hits together to even begin to think that this game is reachable.
Another reason to go right after him. We got the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Case, bottom of the lineup. And the pitch. Getting ready to bunt, pulls back on the high fastball. Ball 1. Gotta imagine they're playing some small ball, trying to get on. Swing and a miss, fouled back.
Put on the gazebo.
That doesn't make any sense. Well, I just said swing and a miss, fouls back.
It's all good. It's all good. We're new with this.
My mistake. He did not swing and miss. He fouled that back.
Either
Straight
way,
back to the back
still a
spot.
strike. Either way, it's still a strike.
And a bunt, high bunt, fouled off toward the bench. It's
This
now 1
honestly
and 2.
should give Newcomb the green light to go.
Absolutely.
For the leadoff batter right now to attempt to get on through a bunt, it shows that they're not prepared to swing and hit any of his stuff.
That's true. Locks him up on the curveball for the strikeout.
And
One
boom
down.
goes the dynamite.
How many is it? Newcomb now has 15 Ks on the day. Have a game. Cut down on the walks, and this could be a spectacular game. Ground ball to second. Scooped up by Zach Mccauley. Thrown over to first. 2 down for the Sachems. Case with their backs up against the wall now.
He's given up 4 earned runs all this season.
Is he really?
He's given up 9 runs altogether, but 4 earned runs.
Case down to their last out.
2.5 innings.
That out. And the number 9 hitter for Case High School.
Pelletier shouldn't use this one. He shouldn't use this game without a commentary. Next game will be good. Next game will definitely be good.
Ball high and outside. Or you could just use both and then the second one and be like, oh wow, it's so much better.
True.
Because we have to like, I don't know. Another ball high and outside. 2-1 to the batter. Because like Fly ball to the right fielder. And that's the game.
Beautiful.
First
Beautiful.
round win for the Sachems, beating out Case High School, also known as Swansea. 3-0 is the
Beautiful.
final
That's
score.
a complete game shutout.
It is a very, very nice game pitched by Newcomb.
Newcomb stats?
15 strikeouts.
And 4 walks.
15 strikeouts as opposed to 4 walks. Could cut down on the walks, but you can't complain with a win like that.
The results. The result is what you care about.
Mm-hmm. A win's a win on paper.
Regardless of those 4 walks, that was still an absolutely gorgeously pitched game.
Do we have any other stuff? Is it in this folder?
What do you mean?
Do we have like when their next game may be?
Oh, I have
East Bridge. Nah. East Bridgewater Boyle.
Hold on, we're just seeing if we know who they're playing.
East Bridgewater Boyle. It's in here. He's coming. We'll be at home.
Or just end it.
Yeah.
I've been Josh Pooler.
And this was Zach Star.
And that's the first round of the playoffs. Middleborough Sachems moving on.